Shirdhi Sai Baba, also called Sai Baba of Shirdhi, was a spiritual leader dear to Hindu and Muslim devotees throughout India. The name Sai Baba of Shirdhi comes from Sai, a Persian word used by Muslims to denote a holy man, and Baba, a Hindu word for father. Shirdhi refers to the village where he lived, and in Sai Baba's early years, it was a mystery. Sai Baba arrived in Shirdhi village in 1858. Shirdhi village is located in the western state of Maharashtra, India, where he lived until his death in 1918. Baba lived under a neem tree in Shirdhi and often wandered around in the jungle for long periods of time. His manners was said to have been withdrawn and uncommunicative as he sat for long periods in meditation. The villagers were awestruck to see such a young man submerged in hard penance, not bothered by heat or cold. During the day, he spoke to no one. In the night, he was not afraid of anyone. His presence attracted the curiosity of a few people drawn to his religious practice, while others, such as the village children, considered him mad and threw stones at him. At first, he was denounced by the villagers of Shirdhi as a madman, but by the turn of the century, Sai Baba had a considerable following of Hindus and Muslims. His followers were attracted by his compelling teachings and his performance of apparent miracles. He also gave darshan, the appearance of a holy person or deity, to people in the form of Sri Rama, Sri Krishna, Sri Vitala, and Sri Shiva, and many other gods depending on the faith of the devotees. According to them, Sai Baba appeared to them in their dreams and gave them advice. His devotees have documented many stories of these events.
The left-hand side, as I told you, is the emotional feeling about things. You see, you feel tremendous love for others, and sometimes, people. I would say Sainath was one of them who had this left-hand side gift with him, and he was love personified. And he was so much full of love for people that once there was a woman who was very poor and she couldn't celebrate her Diwali day, and he couldn't bear it, so he gave her some water, and the water became like a oil, and she burnt lights in that. And it's a fact, you can do that, it's possible.
Baba was completely opposed to orthodoxy, Hinduism, Christianity, and Islam. Instead, he asked his devotees to lead an ordinary life. He followed all Hindu rituals and permitted Muslims to follow namaz. Sri Sai Baba wanted to belong to all and be part of all. When pressed on whether he was a Hindu or a Muslim, he would often get very angry. In August 1918, Shirdhi Sai Baba told some of his devotees that he would soon be leaving his mortal body. Towards the end of September, he had a high fever and stopped eating. On October 15, 1918, he took his last breath. He took samadhi. He advised his devotees and followers to lead a mortal life, help others, love every living being without any discrimination, and develop two important qualities of character: faith, which is shraddha, and patience, which is saburi. Sai Baba left behind no spiritual heirs, appointed no disciples, and did not provide formal initiation, despite many requests from his followers. Sai Baba's main message was of love, helping people, charity, universal brotherhood, contentment, forgiveness, living a detached life, as well as devotion to one's guru. He lived an ascetic life, the purpose of pursuing spiritual goals, and helped everyone who came to him. And he asked his followers and disciples to live the life of a householder without any attachments to worldly things.
When Sainath found that so many people were smoking this tobacco, he smoked all the tobacco of the world, tried to smoke everything in Maharashtra so that nobody should get it. That's the style of Shiva, to take all the poison into himself. and to absorb all the poison within himself.
Sainath, she was who knows about Sainath in Shirdhi. But we took a photograph of Sai Baba, one photographer, and his all folds were there, and on the fold my face came complete with my thing and face, eyes, everything. Complete face came on. So the Shisha showed him the one who had taken his photograph. He said, "Who is this?" He said, "This is my mother, and she's going to come back." Now this photograph was then acquired by his son. On this, he saw my photograph. This happened in तुमच्या त्या ह्याला तुम्ही कोणत्या गावाला होता अंबरनाथ. So this fellow, when he saw my photograph, he came to me and he said that, "See mother, your photograph was on Sainath's clothes and all that." He wrote poems, this thing, that, and he wrote a book also. And this is your photograph. I said, "It's true." "Were you his mother?" I said, "It's true. I was his mother."